Chainlink update on the weekly chart. We'll start with the weekly. Look at kind of bullish and bearish things that I'm seeing. Look at the shorter time frame as well on the daily. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Twitter, Telegram, and Patreon for more content than what you see here. So let's get going. The weekly chart. What do we like? What's the bullish part? Well, we flipped the 21 week as support so far. But you know, it's only a few weeks, right? We need to lift off here. Now, the Bollinger Bands on the top part is lifting up the same time the bottom one is trying to move down. So if we continue up, right, what do we want to watch for on the weekly? Now, you can see we have a long base here. We've just basically been flat for months, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But first and foremost, if we continue up, we want to see these bands continue to diverge from each other. The top line and the bottom line, right? You want to see kind of something like that and that. If prices move up, right? If we continue up, that's a big step. You want your power move, and this is the power behind the move if the Bollinger Bands are opening like that. So that's what we want to look for. The biggest step, though, that's nice, but the biggest step is to make a higher high. Close above this guy. This close, 808. Or basically 8 flat, right? We're got to close above $8, you know, this week, next week, whenever. Why is that important? Because it would be our first higher high in 78 years, right? We're looking at, I mean, put on the closing price chart. I mean, here we go. We got close right here, right? Here's our high. Here's our lower high. Here's our lower high. Here's our lower high so far, until proven otherwise. Even though they're close, right? We have to make the bold move to make a higher high on the weekly chart, and our peaks that we get to, right? Forget the wicks. Closing prices are what matters, right? Closing price on the high, closing price on the high. We haven't closed yet. We closed 2 days, 10 hours. I would love to look at this Sunday night or Monday morning and, you know, make another video that we closed at higher than this. Then we can look at the bigger projections ahead, because, you know, that would be a sign of the tide shifting. We make a first higher high in 78 years, right? Now let's speak about, you know, we have, you know, some upwards projections that we need to look at, but resistance, 50-week resistance, 200-week resistance, this highest candle here that closed at 877, right? So if we do that, then we can focus on, you know, what's next to, you know, the happier times, right? Those will be the happy videos to come again. Now, what else is bullish that I like about this, like it or not, and, you know, this base here, right? What does that mean? Well, we're flat, right? We haven't done anything. We're in consolidation. We're in this sideways movement, you know, like it or not. This sucks, right? If you're in Chainlink at all, right, this is not fun. But I think this will be fun. What the hell would I say that? The longer the base, the stronger your support, the stronger your liftoff can be. If you have these tiny little weak bases, and some coins have it, or, you know, haven't done anything, and look at the volatility in here. Some coins are just doing, you know, basically streamlining, or not even remotely close to this. This long consolidation sideways could be the epic building blocks of a massive move to the upside. You want a solid base, a coil up, so to speak. The bigger the base, the bigger the move is potentially ahead of you, right? So not that we have to get a big move, but if we do, we have the base to support it. So that is, you know, keep that in the back of your mind. If you're seeing prices, you know, break the 200 week above $10, we have the base to kind of nuke out of here, right? So that is worth paying attention to. But until then, we could stay in, you know, sideways purgatory for who knows how long. So we'll see. But we have our signs ahead. That's what to watch for on the weekly chart. Takes time to develop. Let's drop down to the daily and see what we can focus on a little bit shorter time frames. So daily chart, what do we like? Well, the Bollinger Bands are opening, right? Look at that. Nice move. But it's not a true alt season yet. What do you mean, Chase? It's supposed to work like that. Bitcoin, Ethereum, you know, altcoins, right? Yeah, but guess what, right? What I put it out on our Telegram channel earlier. Go to blockchaincenter.net. This is readily available, free, right? It'll tell you instantly if it's altcoin season or Bitcoin season, right? It even tells you definitions of each, right? We're way the hell down here, right? Let me adjust this for my picture here. You know, Bitcoin season below this line, it says Bitcoin season right there. I know you can't see it. We're at we're at like 12. We're at the lows, right? Altcoin season doesn't even remotely start. We haven't even started to even hint towards altcoin season, at least until you're, you know, up in this area, right? So this is why altcoins, it's like altcoin week or altcoin day, right? Altcoin days. Let's go with that. Altcoin season, altcoin days. And this is why, you know, altcoins are looking like they want to go and, you know, may not actually get their full potential move because it's not that season, right? You're not going to have snow in you know, in the peak summertime. It's just not likely, right? Could it happen? Cataclysmic event, global, yeah, but not likely, right? More likely, it might get a little chilly, right? So altcoin season, not yet. It could, you know, get a little warm, right? But we're not there yet. So don't get too far ahead of yourself. Now, this setup looks great on the daily chart. Look at the moving averages, sorted out least to greatest. See the little rainbow effect here, right? Let's look at the last time. Go to look at your favorite altcoins that are moving big. And guess what? All their moving averages are sorted out least to greatest. See how they get really close here and then they start to spread out, right? And then the move continues up, right? That's what we're looking at. You know, Chainlink is trying to go. It's taken out at least some local tops here over the past several weeks. So could we move up? Yeah, but the, you know, the likely the breakout move to $10+ is not here yet. It's not quite the true alt season. So a big step towards that would be taking out the $8 area, just put in a new high, right? That would be a big step forward for Chainlink. So hopefully that helps put it a little bit in more perspective. How about for the next, you know, for the weekend? Put it on the 4-hour chart, right? You can get some, you know, heads up moves for the upside and downside if trends are breaking on the 4-hour chart, right? Local highs, yep, not seen in a while. On the 4-hour chart, right? Keep that in perspective, 4-hour chart. So what you want to do is hold your EMA 8, 14, or 21 to maintain your current trend. If you start closing candles below the 21 EMA, that's the yellow line here, then your trend is in much more likely in danger of a trend reversal to the upside or the downside, right? You can invert your charts and, you know, get in a downtrend, right? If you start to close above your EMA 21, the trend is likely reversing. In an uptrend, if you close, and this works on pretty much any time frame. You can even on the hour chart, the 5-minute chart, whatever. Now, as you move down in charts, if you go into the 5-minute chart, that has much less. You could think of that as, you know, an elementary school. You know, kind of the seriousness versus collegiate PhD, you know, on the monthly, right? So you can use that as like kind of the grade levels and as of importance. Hopefully that makes sense. So don't put as much weight into a 5-minute chart as you would a daily or weekly or monthly chart, right? But still works. So closing below the EMA 21 on any chart is your warning sign that that trend could be ending in the near future. So hopefully that helps. If you're new here, let me know if you're new. Glad to have some new watchers, but not getting it. So let's get to our quote of the day. Maybe innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower by Steve Jobs. Good point there, Steve. Car of the day. Corvette Z06, the new one, 2024. I'm not sure these are out yet, but one of the best wheels Corvettes ever designed, in my opinion. The Z06 convertible looking pretty slick. And if you like coupes, there you go. That's kind of a drawing, but I like the little yellow around the wheels there. That's pretty cool. This is the coupe, carbon roof, carbon scoop up front. I mean, pretty nasty looking. For the price, I think it's tough to beat. Under 150K, I believe, for this one. From MSRP, good luck trying to find MSRP. I think, I don't know if anybody watches the Stradman, but he actually had Z06, I think he bought for like 120 grand. That's like full MSRP, and he sold it for like 300. I don't know what the hell that is about, but they're difficult to get. The Z06s are tough. So looking pretty sharp. Good job to Chevrolet for designing probably the best looking supercar. I wouldn't even call it a supercar. Let's not call it. Ford GT's got the only American supercar, really. Rambles and shambles. Chainlink update. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you're having a good day wherever you are. Thumbs up if you haven't already. Join us on Telegram. Love to help you out more.